Hello everybody and welcome to a new tutorial. Today I will show you how you can model in the fastest way possible the 3D pocket box in Fusion 360. Moreover, I will present you the final product, how you can 3D print it, how you can assemble it, and of course, the utility. So, let's get started. Before every single drawing, the units are very important, so in order to set them correctly, let's go here and let's verify if it will work in millimeters. The unit is millimeters, so everything is fine. Let's start now through a new component. So let's go here, create a new component, and let's name it Pocket Box. Then press OK. Now let's start through a new sketch. So create a new sketch, select for example this plan. Let's create now a line of 35 millimeters. So just press the L line, create a new line of 35. It doesn't matter where it is actually. And now let's add a constraint. So let's go to this midpoint constraint, select the line, and then select this origin point. And as you see, the origin now it is in the middle of this line. So everything seems to be alright. Create now another line, so press the L letter again. Let's go up with 103 millimeters. Now we will create two offsets out of this one. So select the line, offset with -21 divided by 2 here. And because we need to have another offset out of this line, we will delete that offset sign, okay, and we will create another one, starting from here with -7 for this time. You can delete it again also. Let's zoom in and let's create here another line. So press the L letter again, create a line of 4.5 millimeters, and now let's go in the other direction with 10 millimeters. And after that, you can close the boundary in the right side. So, of course, we will create another line. You can move those dimensions, okay, and you can trim that part. So press the T letter and delete it. Here, when you come to that line, we need to offset it too. So select the line, offset, and write 3 millimeters. Trim, okay, that part and that part. And with this boundary, we are done. Now let's create another line. Press the L letter again, go from that point, and move the cursor up just to remain on this green line. Select a point, it doesn't matter which one, but to be on that green line. Left click, OK, and let's create a line of 43 millimeters. We will do the same thing here, so we will create two offsets. Select that line, offset with -21 divided by 2, and another line here, after you delete that sign, another line of -7. Create another line here, from this point until we reach the other. And here, we need to construct another 3 lines. So, one line in the left side with the dimensions 2.5 millimeter. Then we will go up with 10 millimeter. And after that, we will go in the left direction until we reach the other line. Okay, and now everything seems to be alright. But when it comes to that line, offset it again with -3. After that, we are done. So, let's press the Finish Sketch button. And let's go, as you expected, to the Revolve command. Select all those boundaries, okay, axes. It doesn't matter if it is this line on that line. Select on it, okay, and after that press OK. And look at that. Now let's verify if we have actually the same diameter here. So press the I letter for measure, okay, as you see we have 30 millimeters, and escape, I again, and we have the same diameter here, 30. So everything seems to be fine. The next step is to add the metric thread. In order to do that, we will go here to this thread command. Select that diameter, okay. It will be automatically here 30 millimeters, and after that you will press OK. The same thing, we will do it also in this side as well. So we'll go again to the Create, Thread, select that boundary, and press OK. And look at that. And now, let's put them one on the top of each other. So we'll go here to Modify panel and we'll select Align. We selected here Bodies, select that point, okay, and after that here, that point as well. If you cannot reach it, just hold the Control or Command key on your keyboard and press OK. To be even more sure that everything is fine, let's go here to the Inspect panel, Section Analyzes, select that plan that goes through our object, and let's have a look. So, as you see here, the thread is perfect here. So everything is fine, I will press OK, and I will continue. The next step is to add here a hanging part actually. In order to do that, I will create a new sketch. I select this surface, OK. I'll start through the middle. I'll press the C letter to add a circle. I'll write 10 here, and now I will extrude it. I will extrude it with 10 millimeters. In order to have a hole here inside, we need to create another sketch and to extrude it again. So let's go to a new sketch. OK, for this time I will select this plan. And in order to have all those boundaries or all those points from the exterior, I'll press the P letter and I will select this cylinder and I'll press OK. Now I will create a line in diagonal, so from one point to the other, and in the middle of this line I will create a new circle. A circle actually with a diameter of 5 millimeters, and I will press OK. Now I can delete that line. I will extrude it, so I'll press the E letter, but instead of cutting it from one side, I will go here and I will select symmetrical. And as you see, now I have a perfect cut. I will go to OK. And now it is the time to add some radiuses. The first one, it will be here. So I'll go to the fillet. I'll select that edge and I'll write 1 millimeter. The next two edges are those ones. So fillet again, select this edge, select the other one, and I'll write here 5 millimeters. And look at that. Let's focus now on the knurl. In order to do that, I'll go here to create, coil, OK, and first of all, I will select this plan. After that, I need a point. I will select the origin point, and I'll write here 35 millimeters, exactly the thickness of the outside tube. But now I will add some modifiers. So, first of all, I will change here the properties. Diameter good, revolutions good, height. I will write 137. Triangular, internal for this time, inside, and the section size it will be 1 millimeter. And I will press OK. And as you see, I have a perfect cut now through my pocket box. I must do now the same thing, almost literally. So I'll go to coil again. I'll select the same plan, I'll select the same point, I'll write the same diameter of 35, I'll write the same height, 137, the same everything. But the only difference is that here I will change the rotation. And I'll press OK. And our drawing should look like this. But in order to multiply them, I'll go again to the Create panel, Pattern, Circular Pattern, and instead of bodies, components, and so on, I will select Features. And when it comes to features, I will select the last two coils that I can find them here in this bar. And when it comes to axes, I will zoom out just to find the axis that goes through the object. So this is the one, the blue one. Quantity, it will be 5, everything is fine, and I'll press OK. And the drawing is done. For the last part, I will add a color. I'll press the letter A from Appearance, and I'll write here Plastic Red. I will color both objects, okay, but because today I will print everything in a pink color, I'll go back, right-click, Edit, and I will try to pick a pink color. For example, that one should be fine. I'll press Done, and now I will save it. I'll go to File, Export, and I will export it as a 3MF file or CTL. It's up to you, it doesn't matter. And after that, I'll export it. While I'm inside of the program when it comes to 3D print, I will add the object. As you see here, I have two objects, the first one and the second one. I will delete the second one, right-click, Delete, okay. And this one, I will move it in the center, why not? Okay, everything seems to be alright. I will slice it and I will save to the disk or I will export it to the 3D printer. After I save the first object, this one in our case, I will press Command Z or Control Z. And for this time, I will select the first object, I will delete it. Okay, and now I will move that one in the center as well. I will slice it again because it is another object. And I will save it as a different file because I want to print them separately. I will save to the disk and then I will start to print. Printing took about 11 hours for both components. For the metallic threads, I created a support in the 3D printing program. After each object was printed, I removed the excess material. I added a metal ring for an easier grip on the pocket box, regardless of where it will be attached. And after that, I started assembling the two components. As a utility, I took into account the option of a trip where I can store emergency money in this pocket box that I can put in my luggage. Pills, accessories, and small objects can also be stored there. I hope this video helped you learn more about the program, and don't hesitate to collaborate with me. Any service is just a click away, and if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and see you next time.